So, this movie is actually about running, but double entendre is, depending on where you live, whether you're in Miami, like me. Wow, I'm gonna go for a run in a little bit. Get a tan. Or you're in Jacksonville, Florida. You either stayed in your home and shut it up, or you ran. You ran for your life because you had to evacuate. And my heart goes out to those who have, lost family, and rest in peace to those who have lost their lives in this hurricane out in Haiti or Jamaica, Dominican Republic, the Bahamas, even here in Florida. There were some lives lost, and the hurricane is still going on up north. But since here in Miami today was such a beautiful day, I decided to go for a run. I'm gonna go for a run Friday.
Miami. Hurricane Mathew.
A couple of tips about running. Run on grass, run on gravel, run on a track, that's made out of rubber. Why? Because running on a treadmill and running on cement is actually really horrible for your joints. I don't really like running in the streets. It's dangerous and you're running on the concrete the whole time. But no excuses. You're constantly smashing down on the concrete, on the cement, on the treadmill that's actually going the opposite way that you're going. As a martial artist, I learned a long time ago that running on treadmills are so bad for your legs. I actually went through a lot of joint pains in my early days of running, and one martial arts trainer that I had told me that it was because I was running on a treadmill. I would run 3 to 5 miles on a treadmill. He told me never run more than 10 minutes, equivalent to about a mile. Never run more than a mile on a treadmill or the concrete. I have no idea where I'm going. Usually when I'm running, I like to have an idea of where I'm going, even if I'm going around in circles. Try to avoid running in the street as much as possible. Parks like this is actually amazing to run on because they have a track around it. This track is actually cement, but I run on the grass on the outside of it, and I end up running about a little bit more than a mile every 4 laps. Like the red lights, those are annoying because you have to kind of like run in place. You can't run past the light because if cars are coming, because that's also a danger for you. I would stop about a mile in to stretch. I don't like to stretch when I'm cold, because that's usually when everything hurts and you can't even get too flexible. So I like to find a good spot, like this amazing tree right here. Give me shade from the sun during Hurricane Mathew and get some stretching done, If you're not a runner, you're probably asking, like, why am I stretching my arms, right? Well, your arms get a lot of lactic acid. It like gets all tense and tight. And when you're running, you seem to release that acid, that you develop from working out. Like even doing push-ups, you develop a lot of lactic acid. The best way to release that is by running, because with this motion, you're constantly releasing that tension and releasing that acid from there, even while you sweat. So I like to, stretch my arms out as well. Stretching is very important. Off we go. Bye-bye, tree. Another thing is dogs. Stray dogs and dogs that are across the fence. One time I was running with my dog at night. I was running with my headphones on, so I was just kind of out there. I was in runner's high. I was just going. My dog is running in front of me. I have him on a leash, and out of the corner of my eye I see a black shadow. And I turn around and it's a wolf, like straight up. This was a person's dog. They left their gate open by accident, but it was a wolf. Like, this thing was 2 times the size of my dog. My dog is... And my dog just stood up in front of him. He was coming straight towards me. So if my dog wasn't there, I wouldn't be here right now. This was a few years ago. But my dog just straight up stood in front of him. They just started fighting and started going at it. And while they're going at it, I'm looking for like a rock or something, because I'm like, oh my God, this dog is twice my dog's size and he looks like a wolf. But my dog held his own. He just kind of checked them and they both just stood there kind of checking each other. And the wolf just really wanted me. He wanted to get around my dog to get to me. But thank God for running with my dog. After that night, I really can't run with my headphones on in the street. Different type of dogs while you're running. There are the small ones, the big ones. Whew. That one caught me by surprise. I had to even stop running. And there are the scariest ones. You build a lot of endurance while running. It's an amazing thing, you know, because we need endurance for everything. Whether you play sports, you need a lot of endurance for sports, especially for sports like soccer, basketball, football. You need a lot of endurance. This is why coaches are always making you run. So don't complain about running. Running is amazing for your body. It builds a lot of endurance for work while you're at work. It takes away this tiredness. Sometimes we feel like exhausted. It's actually the opposite of what a lot of people think. A lot of people think that when you work out, you get more tired. When you work out, especially when you run, you actually get more endurance. So you get more energy while you're working, or while you're playing any sport, or while you're working out. Three-mile mark. Whew. All right, time to run back. Water, H2O. The average human being is anywhere between 50 to 70% water. So even if you don't like it, which a lot of people tell me they don't, we need it. We're made up of it. So get over yourself, drink some water. Hydration is so important. It's great to drink water before you run, like the day before. Drink a ton of water, a gallon to even 2 gallons in the whole day, depending on what time you're gonna run. If you're gonna run at 4 a.m., then you drink the day before. But if you're gonna run, let's say noon, or afternoon, or at night, make sure you drink a lot of water during the day, because you're gonna burn off a lot of it. Dehydration causes headaches and body ache because your body needs water, like I said before. So make sure you fill yourself up with the good stuff. Also, make sure you drink a lot of water after you run. It's so important to replenish everything that you burned off. You're gonna sweat a lot while you're running. Remember to stay hydrated, people. Hello again, tree. Stay running, people. Run!
World!